Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Thursday, January 30th, 2014. We've got a pretty good downside day going right now, but we are seeing some action on the buy side from the scans. So we're biased to the buy side here for the Nasdaq patch. We're still in earnings season, so there are some non-organic volume bumps, meaning things that are just moving on earnings. But there is definitely some good movement outside of that. Baidu's having a real weak day. That's 3% below the day's open. It's got a VWAP deviation too. Sina, 7% below the day's open, which is a huge move, and 3% below the day's VWAP so far. So definitely keep those on the radar for tomorrow. Also, Biogen's putting up a contra candle to the upside, where it's lower on the day but trading above the open. Keep an eye on that one. Amgen, similar situation where we've got a contra candle to the upside. Moving on to the financials, we don't have anything on the sell side right now of any strength, but we do have some contra candles to the upside. We've got one in Goldman Sachs, ICE, JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley, and quite a few of those are definitely heavyweights. So if those can kind of get going to the upside, that would be some welcome relief for the market overall. Also notice that we do have a couple of volume bumps here as well. Moving on to the energy patch, we're kind of shuffling the deck here. We've got some signals on both sides without any real confluence. Valero is 5% above the day's open, having a real strong day. Riggs trading pretty good volume with a downside CPS condition, so keep an eye on that one for tomorrow's session. Moving on to the generals, we don't have any real bias here as far as signals. Not a lot of deviations. There's no big deviations here outside of VMware. VMware's 2% below the day's VWAP, so it's having a real tough close here, and that's on volume. So keep an eye on that. Got a volume deviation in McDonald's and also Coca-Cola, and Dow Chemicals trading pretty good volume following its earnings and is posting a contra sell signal to the downside. Moving on to the housing names, we had some good strength yesterday, and they're starting to pare those back. Hovnanian, however, is still strong. That one's 3% above the day's open with an upside CPS condition. DHI is also real strong. Starting to see some weakness crawl into Home Depot and Lowe's. Those are both pretty weak today with downside CPS conditions, so keep an eye on that. Lowe's has RPS right now, but that'll probably get worked off before the close. Transportation is not where the action is today. They're just kind of waiting in the wings. No volume bumps and no deviations in that group. As far as the commodities go, definitely seeing some upside in some of the gold names, but we don't have a lot of signals that are indicating follow through. The one that might follow through is going to be double G. That one's got an upside CPS condition, so keep an eye on that one. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.